Hey YouTubers, thank you for coming to Thick Girls One channel. I truly appreciate your support. I know that you have the options to look at a variety of people, a variety of subscriptions, but I am so grateful you decided to stop by my page today. Now, as you know, I usually do wig reviews and more cosmetic and materialistic things. However, I want to be a person that does a multitude of topics. So today I'm going to, take a break from the cosmetic and materialistic stuff and talk to you about a short story called Two Kinds by Amy Tan. Now, Two Kinds is actually, a story taken from the movie The Joy Luck Club. I'm sure that there's a book for that. But yeah, the story is taken from The Joy Luck Club. Now, the two main characters in this particular story is Jing Mei, who's like an 8 or 9-year-old girl of Chinese ethnicity, and her mother. Now, a little bit of information about her mom. Her mom, back in 1949, migrated to America after losing her whole family. She had a husband who was abusive, and she had two twin daughters who, surpassed her. Her whole family, just pretty much passed. But, she left that all behind to come to America and start a new life. Now that you have some information about the mother, when the mother comes, she, of course, there's a difference in culture. So, of course, this is the land of opportunity, a land of freedom. And so she has, family here. She has a sister here who has a daughter here. And of course, they want to, embrace America and take America by storm and do what they have to do to be successful, which is very admirable. However, in my point of view in this reading, I believe that the mother was more of an authoritarian type of parent, and not an authoritative type of parent. And hopefully I don't get tongue twisted. So let me describe the difference between the two. The authoritative parent is the parent that, sets rules and guidelines, but they give you leeway. You can have friends and go out from time to time. If you do something bad, then of course you're on punishment, that type of thing. However, you have authoritarian type of parents, which are those who have way more stricter rules. Like, you can't have friends, you can't go outside, you got to clean every day type of thing. This is to instill values in you, type of deal. Like, okay, wow, they can't do anything. They don't give you the freedom that, I guess one would say a person should have, I guess, the rights to. So that's the difference. So in the reading of Two Kinds, it starts off saying how, the mother starts off being an authoritarian parent. The mother starts off with making Jing Mei, who's like 8 or 9, look at Shirley Temple videos because she wants her daughter to be a prodigy. So, she was like, okay, you're going to be a prodigy. So let's see if this works for you. So, and I'm like, hey, I applaud that. And so, but the thing about it is, it says that, she was making Jing Mei look at these Shirley Temple videos as though they were training videos. So she had to watch this all the time, all day, all night, like no opportunity to play outside or watch whatever little TV show she might want to watch. This takes place in like late 1960s and 70s. I'm not quite certain if I said that or not. So she has no opportunity. She has to watch this. So the mom was she was so authoritative. She was so strict. She made this girl watch her. She even tried to, get her hair styled like Shirley Temple. However, she went to a beauty school and they didn't do a great job. So she was like, okay, your hair's jacked up, so what I'm saying, we're gonna try something new, okay, that's down the drain, it's not gonna work. So even in at this point in time, of course, while Jing Mei is looking at these Shirley Temple videos, in training and everything, and the mom's boosting her up, it says in the in the reading from Two Kinds, it says, in fact, in the beginning, I was just as excited as my mother, maybe even more so. I pictured this prodigy part of me as many different images, trying each one on for size. I was a dainty ballerina girl standing by the curtains, waiting to hear the right music that would send me floating on my tiptoes. I was like the Christ child lifted out of the straw manger, crying with holy indignity. I was Cinderella stepping from her pumpkin carriage with sparkly cartoons music filling the air. In all of my imagings, I was filled with a sense that I would soon become perfect. My mother and father would adore me. I would be beyond reproach. I would never feel the need to sulk for anything. But sometimes the prodigy in me became impatient. If you don't hurry up and get me out of here, I'm disappearing for good, it warned. And then you'll always be nothing. Okay. So this is pretty much her internalizing herself. Now, keywords, she wanted to be adored by her parents, and she wouldn't have to sulk for anything. And, she soon would become perfect. And the mother made her feel like that. She was boosting her up and training her and saying, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. She didn't, see anything. So the mother is encouraging her. She was like, yes. So 8 and 9 years old, these kids are impressionable. Their first role models are the parents. And so she was like, yeah, mom, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be this type of person, this, that, and the third. However, the mother was too strict. So once that didn't work out, the mom, of course, coming to America, she had to find a job. So she took a job as a housemaid. So one day, I believe she was, reading, was watching or reading some type of book, and she saw that it was a kid that was able to, identify each state capital. So she was like, my daughter is smart. She can do this too. Now, mind you, just a little bit of information. Now, mind you, okay, Jing Mei's mother has a sister, Aunt Lindo, and Aunt Lindo has a daughter who is a chess champion, I believe, or checker champion or something like that. So she has a daughter that's a prodigy. So there's a little competition between the sisters. You see what I'm saying? So it's not only is, the mother, being very pushy of her 8 and 9 year old daughter to be a prodigy, but she's not. They're trying to make it seem like she's doing it for her daughter's benefit. But then again, there's just a little competition. Like, well, if her daughter can do it, my daughter can do it too. But everybody's not built the same, so let's keep that in mind. So it goes on to say that once she seen this little kid with, this type of knowledge, she was like, So she started taking, old magazines from out of the homes of the people she cleaned, and she would make her daughter, Jing Mei, take random tests. And each test got harder and harder and harder. Not only that, but, every time she would test Jing Mei, she would just be like disappointed that she didn't know the answers. However, she never prepped her. Like, who could go to school, or go anywhere and be, and is told to take a test and they have no prior knowledge of the information on the test? Like, who passes that? Like, I don't know anybody unless you're a genius. I don't even know. I just don't know. I'm not even going to tap into that. So one day her mother made her sit down and read the Bible for 3 hours. And then after 3 hours of her, reading the Bible, she started to question Jing Mei. And Jing Mei, she's still trying to be excited and trying to appease her mom. And her mom started asking her to, recall the information that she read. And so Jing Mei forgets a little bit of what she read. And the mother just kind of give her such a disappointing look, like, you couldn't remember that? Like, I mean, this is just my interpretation. Like, you couldn't remember. You're such a disappointment. You're just such, what's the use type of deal. And so Jing Mei just has a breakdown. She didn't, she just storms off and goes into the bathroom and kind of yell and try to scrape her face off, and, start talking to herself saying, I will never, ever, ever be anything that I am not. I'm just going to be who I am, and this, that, and the third. So at that point, she had her breaking point at 9.